Welcome to another episode of Scoops and Revelations, where we talk about what we learn about the Doctor and about the Doctor's universe in various Doctor Who stories. And right now we're going to be talking about the first Doctor adventure, The Keys of Marinus, 6 parts, written by Terry Nation. What did we learn in that story? The adventure takes place over the course of maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So it's like long compared to some other adventures, perhaps. In episode 3, we're on the planet with all the vines and the plants and everything. We see evidence of Susan's psychic abilities for the first time, which we're going to see more of in the Sensorites. But here, she seems to be able to sense things that other people can't. Marinus, the planet, is much like Earth in its technology, which could suggest that we are to understand it as an Earth colony in the future. Maybe that helps us to date this adventure somewhat. Ian chuckles after he hears the Doctor called Who, which shows that he's familiar with the expression Doctor Who, right? Otherwise, why would he laugh? We learn a little bit about the Doctor's past when the Doctor says that he's met Pyrrho, the founder of skepticism. Now that's from ancient Greece, like 3rd century BCE, so the Doctor probably has been to that time period. This is the first time we find out about that. You know, the Doctor is going to be name-dropping a lot of people as we go along, but the first Doctor does it only occasionally, and this was one of those times. Maybe this was the time when the TARDIS had been an ionic column. Susan had mentioned that in the Tribe of Gum, so that could be the same adventure, perhaps. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the conscience of Marinus, because I think this is one of the most interesting things about the history of the planet. And if this is an Earth colony, you know, maybe we can learn something a little bit about Earth's history here. But the conscience of Marinus was constructed 2,000 years ago, from the time of the adventure, 2,000 years before that. And we're told that the conscience functioned first as a judge and jury, but then as a controller of people's consciences. For 7 centuries it held sway over the people, but then when it came under the threat of the Vords, it was given up. The machine was preserved, apparently just in case it was needed again, but the keys to operate it were hidden so that the Vords couldn't come and steal the machine and use it for their own ends. Ian rightly says it should have been destroyed. Arbitan wants the keys so that he can use the conscience to control the Vords, but the Doctor and his companions are not interested, and they only engage in the quest because they're coerced. And we see how different regions of Marinus have responded differently to the freeing of consciences after the machine was shut down. And they all have responded in different ways. It's kind of an interesting commentary on society and feelings of right and wrong and how they are determined, right? Anyway, didn't learn a whole lot about the Doctor in this one, but we did learn a lot about Marinus, and if it is an Earth colony, perhaps something about Earth's future. Okay, so that's it for this episode of Scoops and Revelations. I hope you liked it. We're going to be talking about the Aztecs next time, so please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell there so that you'll be notified when the new episode comes out. Thanks for watching.